Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Forest River No Boundaries 19.8 travel trailer. These no bows are pretty cool. I'll walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you got a big awning you're going to leave plenty of room for. On your off campsite, you've got a little slide, doesn't come out too deep. What I also want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. At campsites, your water connection is going to be here in the front, on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your power is going to be behind your tire. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive, unhook our hitch. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. Your unit is equipped with a power stabilizing jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Should be raised up or lowered down until you're level. Once you are level, we're going to stabilize it. If for some reason you lose power, underneath here, this little hand crank will connect right there and get you up and down should you not have power. Speaking of power, check the battery posts. When you arrive, make sure those haven't wiggled loose. Again, once we're level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. Unit is equipped 3/4 inch stabilizing jacks. Get your crank on there and run these down. You can use a drill gun or an impact driver. I wouldn't recommend it on these. They go down quick enough. I would recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. It's going to better distribute the weight. Put them down. Remember, our unit's level, so all we're trying to do is stabilize it. We're just going to run these down until we've got some resistance on our hand crank. Do the same on all four corners. Got our unit level and stable. Let's hook up our power and water. Your unit is equipped 30 amp cord, 30 foot 30 amp cord here. Way they plug in now, so wiggle on to the left, turn up to the right, put your black washer on. At the end of that 30 amps, you need to plug into a 110. We've got a 30 to 15 amp reducer that comes with your convenience pack. That's your short cord hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up our water. At campsites, again, we'll hook up to a city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what water pressure is at different campsites, so it's recommended to use these on all of them. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but before you turn your hose on, there's one more step. Hot water heater. So make sure the drain plug's back in. May have left it out, leave it at the campsite at the end of the season. Put some plumber's tape on here. Tape is recommended, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there, that's 1 1/8 inches. Once that's in there nice and tight, then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now that that hose is on, we're gonna step inside real quick. Our unit's level and stable. Got our water running. Need to turn on our water taps, so we're going to step inside and open up our slide. All the way at the top as we come in. Second button over is slide control. Make sure there's nothing over here going to catch on it. Get out. slide is going to slide out. Once that's all the way out, move our table here and cushion and get in and open up all of our water lines in the bathroom and sink here. Once we've got a nice steady flow of water, shut them off, and then whenever we want to utilize that water, we'll turn on a water pump. We'll talk about that when we come back inside. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go boondocking or dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Just gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell this is full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. You can also see the level of your freshwater tank. Once that's full, put your hose back on there, and in where you turn on the water heater, there's another spot you can turn on your water pump. Treat the hot water heater the same way. Make sure it's plugged before you start filling that up. Turn on your water pump when you need it. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit here on the off-camp side. A big pass-through storage. Our stabilizing jacks again. Fresh water, city water, low point drain and freshwater drain. Low point drains and freshwater right behind there. On your slides, you want to add to the longevity of the life of your wiper seals here. They have a spray that you can spray on those to keep them flexible. Recommended. Behind your slide here is where you plug in your cable or satellite at the campsite. Again, your power. There's where you plug in your sewage hose, and there's where you pull your black and gray tanks. Big storage area here. We'll talk about those when leaving the campsite. On the rear, ladder, utilize it. Go through a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You're prepped for a backup camera, can be installed on here. This is your black tank flush. That'll flush your black tanks inside. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite again. Spare tire, I recommend getting a cover for that. First thing you want is a spare tire on this, and that get dry rotted over time. Nice new tires, get a cover on it. On your awning, you do have a pitch control. When that's out, I'll show you how to do that. You can pull down on that to pitch it away for the rain. You have a spray port hose right here that hose will hook up to spray things off. Because you have a table, a holder, and a griddle that's set out here. I'll show you those in a moment. And there's your quick connect LP for that. There's a flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running it, don't touch it. It's hot. Up here is a vent for your microwave, your porch light, a couple of 110s. The steps, biggest thing on these steps is you want to make sure your door is all the way open before bringing them out, otherwise this will catch on it. Same thing on your awning. Your awning, your door has to clear, because as you see, it will block it if it's in the way. So make sure that's out of the way before opening or closing your awning. In your front storage is your table, holder, and griddle. Pretty self-explanatory when you open them up. They're not difficult. They're just set right on that lip down there. You also have a rhino rack on top of this. Solar panels. Here we are up top. On your far end is your rhino rack. There's your Coleman Mac AC. There's your antenna system. Your solar panels. A vent back here in the back. And a skylight in your shower area. And then to continue up front, again, your power jack, your propane. You can take this entire thing off if you unscrew this first. There's your easy access to that. Lefty loosey to open. Snap on here, rather easy. With two hands normally. Up front is your quick battery disconnect. That will disconnect all your battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. That covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming back up beside the unit, first thing I have to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone in this camp with you knows the fire extinguisher is by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Down here real quick, this is just a USB and this is a light for above your microwave here. Up here at the top, this is a light for the front cap of the unit. Your awning, on your awning, you're only going to want to run that awning out. A couple things. First, your door cannot be all the way open. It must be in a little bit to clear your arm down here. Extend your awning. You're only going to want to run that out until a flap falls down and you can see the bar underneath. Now if you hold that down and run it out past that point, it will continue to run itself out and start to run itself up backwards. It's just a little too close to that other unit. But once that flap falls down, go ahead and stop. Never run it out farther than you need to. Again, you do have the pitch control simply by pulling down on this, and that pitches the rainwater away. Bringing that back in. Next to that's your slide control, your awning light, porch light, that's this white one there, and then your interior lighting. So that bottle opener, let's close our door. Slam locks work best when gently slammed. Coming into your kitchen area, your sink, up top you've got some storage. Your Bluetooth speaker come in most models. Got a light and fan above your glass cooktop here. You will light the hand like this with a lighter, stick lighter. Turn that on high, make sure your gas is on. Down below that, self-explanatory microwave. This is your convection microwave grill. There is a manual on it. Below that, your vacuum system. You can sweep everything up here, and when you're plugged in, lift this up and it'll automatically vacuum it in. Same thing over here. You can buy an attachment to this, hook your hose up here, turn that on. When plugged in, that'll come on. Then your vacuum for that, just press forward on that, and there's your bagging behind that. Your fridge up top, turn that on. When you're plugged in, wherever you're at over here is what you're controlling. For example, this will control your freezer, this will control your fridge, and then this is a night mode telling the fridge don't open and close me too much, and it saves you some power. In our bathroom, immediately to the left, inside our storage is a lockbox. You have the AquaView shower visor. It's gonna circulate a lot of shower while you circulate water while you're waiting for your water to warm up when using fresh water. When you're out boondocking, it saves you quite a bit of water. Control panel up here, we've got on this wall quite a few things. We've got a 110 solar charge controller. Separate video from GP Electric on that. Your only concern is making sure you are on the right battery. Heated holding tanks for some late fall camping. That'll turn on 12-volt pads on your tanks. Up here is your black and gray tanks. Here's the freshwater button I said to hold down when you fill in your potable water. Your battery. Here's where you turn on your water heater. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using that potable water. There's lighting. You also have a hand crank open. Power exhaust here. In the hallway, got some curtains for your bunks. Access panel to your breaker box and fuses. A little variety in there. 15, 30, 40, 7.5. I'd recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Down below there is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping or boondocking, you're going to be gone for the day and you don't want this to run your battery down, use your battery disconnect to keep you from running it down while you're gone. Up here is your heat controller. Of course, ran from the propane. And up here is your AC. Go through here. There's your fan. There's your cool. Turn that down. AC will run when you're not on battery. Here's how you set up your sofa area. Behind that is storage. Storage behind your headboards. The lighting for up here is controlled here. You also have a 32-inch Connex TV that is 12 volt. That'll run nice if you're boondocking. Down below here, 12 volt with 110. And then your inverter. Remember, that's a 1,000 watt inverter. You only want to run that. The only thing that will run is your sockets. And just remember, it's going to immediately draw 1,000 watts off your battery. So whatever you're going to use it quickly and turn it back off. I think that about covers everything on the inside. It's like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to fold my table back down. There's a little yellow button down here. You click it and push this to the side and it'll fold right down. Get that under there and then lift these Velcroed seats up. Set them up top. This cushion I like to put up away somewhere, just so that our slide will come in easier. Alright, come to the main control panel, show up my interior lighting. Now it's going to show me all the individual lighting that I need to walk through the unit and shut off. I'll do that real quick. All my accent lighting is off. Turn my interior lights back on here and say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. This is probably going to slide to about right there. Come on up here. His slide room in. Again, just make sure nothing's in the way. It's okay to have that table there. It's just going to slide a couple inches because you have a very shallow slide here. Alright, shut off our interior lights and exit the unit. Now again, these steps. Leaving, make sure your door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch on it. Set that inside. Before you leave the dump station, I say that in case you want to go in the bathroom and look at your dumps while you're dumping them. Lock and deadbolt this door, lift and turn this handle. That's how you want that door for travel. If we are out boondocking, dry camping, we're going to get up underneath here and dump our freshwater tank. A white one right there. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on home. If we are out camping at a campsite, we're going to unhook our water, our cable, our power. Bring up our stabilizing jacks, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be right behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Get there, take the 10-foot hose, comes your convenience pack, hook that up, come over here, and pull your wastewater holding tank. That's your black handle. Once it sounds like that black tank is no longer draining, go inside, make sure it isn't draining anymore, make sure it's empty. If it is empty, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, come back here to your black tank flush, hook that hose up and let it run for a good 5 minutes. With it, again, emphasizing with that black handle open. So that's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose, make sure all the washout you just put in there has drained. Then close that black handle and pull your gray handle. While your gray handle is draining, that's going to be cleaner water, 60 showers, and that's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Come on up here and dump your low point drains. It's going to dump out all the lines When we're done, if you're done for the season and want to drain your hot water heater, make sure that you lift up on this pressure release valve first. That's going to drain any hot water out of there or pressure. Then you can pull your drain plug. When that's done, come back up here, make sure your gray's done. If it is, close that gray handle, unhook your hose, grab that sewage hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy the snowboat for many years to come. Happy camping.